Hi. Okay, so let's talk about oregano for a minute. I know that you know about oregano for your cooking, right? Because you've probably made spaghetti sauce, you've eaten pizza, you're familiar with oregano as an herb. You might not be as familiar with oregano, the essential oil, though, because surprisingly enough, oregano is incredibly powerful. And it is not an oil that you will use all the time, but when you need it, you'll be super, super glad that you have it, okay? So, a note about safety, okay? Oregano is one of a few hot oils, okay? Which means that if you get it on your skin without diluting it, it's gonna sting. It's not gonna cause any permanent damage, but it's not very fun, okay? So, in general, you wanna make sure that if you're using it on your skin that it's diluted. But let me tell you how I use it, okay? Because I don't even use it on my skin. This is how I use oregano. Now, I'll back up for just a second and say that in general, I think of oils like On Guard and Melaleuca and lemon, but especially On Guard, as the oil that keeps me from getting sick. And for the most part, it does a really great job of keeping like a bubble around me and my family. In fact, we have not been sick in 4 years, except for this last flu season in 2018 when I took a direct hit from a student who had the flu. And that was a really, really bad virus. You guys, I'm sure you all remember it. And in that moment, I knew that I was toast. I didn't have my oils with me. By the time I got home, I had that tickle in my throat. I was starting to sneeze. And I knew that it was time to get the oregano out, because what oregano does is it targets bacteria and viruses. Now, it actually is able to penetrate inside the cells in your body and stop viruses from replicating. So here's how I did it. These are veggie caps. They're available from your doTERRA account. You get 160 of them, and they're $4, okay? Again, not something that you might be using all the time, but it's really good to have them. So all I did was every 3 or 4 hours, I took a veggie cap. It's just an empty pill capsule. And I put 4 drops of oregano. Let's see, I'll do this in front of my, I'll try to do it up here so you can see. There. All right, see that? So 4 drops of oregano. And then you just put the capsule back together like that until it snaps, right? And then you can just swallow it with water. Now, sometimes if you have some mucus associated with whatever sickness it is that you're fighting, you can also add like 4 drops of lemon to it. And then you just swallow it with water. I'm really bad at swallowing pills, but what I love about that is there are no other side effects. Unlike many of the over-the-counter things that I have taken for colds and flu, this has nothing other than sometimes if you burp, it tastes like spaghetti, or smells like spaghetti because it's the oregano, right? But I can live with that because what happens is it actually cuts that duration of your cold or flu by a lot. In fact, with that last flu season, I was sick for 3 days, 3 or 4 days, while everyone else was sick for like 2 weeks. Okay, because it just stopped that virus from replicating, and it was awesome. I will say that when you're doing this, your body is metabolizing. When you take essential oils internally, your body is metabolizing them like food. So it's not like a time-release medicine that you take once every 6 or 12 hours or something like that. No, with essential oils, you take 1 to 4 drops every couple of hours, okay? Otherwise, your body's just going to metabolize it and it's going to be gone. It's going to be out of your system. So in my case, I was doing 4 drops every 3 or 4 hours. And then another way that you can use oregano, though, I will tell you that a lot of people have found a lot of success using oregano for skin tags and warts. And all you would do in that case is you could either make a roller bottle, maybe 15 drops of oregano in a 10 ml roller with some coconut oil, or you can just put it directly on a Q-tip. Let's see if I can get it to come out. There. Directly on a Q-tip, and then you just apply it directly to the skin tag or the wart, okay? Be careful not to get it on the surrounding skin because, again, it will sting. So what do you do if you ever experience any kind of sensitivity to oregano or any other oil that gets on your skin without it being diluted enough? First of all, resist the urge to wash with soap and water, okay? Because that's only going to drive it in further and make it worse. What you want to do is take another oil like olive oil, coconut oil, even lotion, okay? Put it on and then wipe it off with a towel or Kleenex or something, okay? And if it's still burning, add more coconut oil, more whatever. Keep wiping it off that way, all right? And that'll take care of it. So remember, oregano is what you use when you're sick.